Champion Oaks Ranch was created by the grace of God to provide a loving, stable Christian home for boys and girls who have faced difficult circumstances throughout life. We are partnering with parents and others who have the same heart to help provide self-worth, purpose, and lifelong goals for these children. Our number one goal is to restore and reunify families when possible, and our duty is to glorify God and share His love unconditionally.
In 2005, Melissa and I were working with the church youth group, and we had started an after-school mentoring program, and we ended up taking in a 16-year-old boy that was in that program, and he stayed with us for a few months and then went back home, and then he ended up getting in trouble with the law and was going to be sentenced to juvenile detention. So Melissa went before the judge, and she wanted to see if she could find a place for him to go that he could get some help and try to get his life back on track. So she searched all around this area and wasn't able to find anywhere. She finally found a place, but it was in Georgia. So we ended up taking him there, but we really didn't feel very good or very comfortable about him being that far away, and if he was going to be able to work with his family, work with his mother, on getting back on track with that. Yeah, so Melissa went around and visited all of the homes. After we had dropped him off in Georgia, she started visiting all the places around here within probably a 3 or 4 hour drive from here. And she would come home at night after she'd visited those places and tell me, she'd written down, she'd write down all the things that she liked about them, what she didn't like about them, and just comparing them. And then one day I was at work and she called, and there was she said, do you know anything about this book that came in the mail? And she said it's called It's Better to Build Boys Than to Mend Men. And it's by Truett Cathy, who is the founder of Chick-fil-A. And I said, oh yeah, I ordered that. We have 3 boys, and so I thought it was a parenting guide, you know, some tips or something about raising boys. But she had sat down and read it when it came in the mail that day, and she said, no, that's not what it's about at all.
And it was exactly what we were looking for. We were looking for a model of something that we could do to be able to help these families and be able to offer a stable Christian environment for families and their children to work on the things that would help them be productive in life.
Yeah, so she said, well, you know, I want to open one of these. I feel like that's what we're supposed to do.
Champion Oaks is based on family reunification, and that's very important because you don't want to take a child away from the home. Our main goal is to get the children out here, show them the family atmosphere, the family environment that they need, and just to get the family involved. We will be doing family counseling as well as individual counseling for the kids. And it's just an avenue to let the families know what's important, what needs to be done, and to let the child know that they're not in fact a bad child. It's just some things that the families may be going through financially, emotionally, that are causing problems in the household.
Aside from family reunification, one of the key aspects to our program being successful is to be able to show the children that come in here and the families the love of Christ. We want to be able to do that not only by just telling them who Jesus is, but we want to model that on a daily basis. We want our house parents and our teachers and our counselors and all of our staff to be part of that and being able to show God's love through our actions. We want to be able to do that in order to show each child that God has a plan for their life, and it's a great and mighty plan. And we want them to be able to learn how to use that knowledge to be a successful human being in life itself.
With programs like this and at Champion Oaks, we can get the families back where they need to be and reunify them, and hopefully they can be on the right track once the child is released to go back home.
We will have a professional, certified educator that will be in charge of the whole educational process. We will have volunteers that are going to come in, that are at work right now through our mentoring program that's offered through Champion Oaks Ranch as we speak. We were able to get this implemented and initiated at the start of the school year this year, and we're really excited about the success that has been. But we're able to take these volunteers and place them in the classroom also, so we have possibly a one-on-one learning opportunity for our kiddos where they're going to be foundationally strong and able to move on so that they can achieve, so that they can be successful.
What we'll bring to the table for Champion Oaks are several disciplines in counseling and therapy. Those will range from areas of mental health to equine therapy, and all in between. We'll have parenting, we'll have anger management, we'll have art therapy, trauma-focused counseling, and many, many other things to heal these broken children that will come into services. Family participation, family counseling is primary to Champion Oaks Ranch, and we're so glad to be a part of that. We believe that family counseling is primary as well, in order to bridge that gap between what's gone wrong and what can go right.
And there's a quote by Winston Churchill that says, "There is something good about the outside of a horse that's good for the inside of a man." And I believe that's true from personal experience. And that's something that we want to take and use at Champion Oaks Ranch. We want to be able to utilize an equestrian program so that these kids that are going to be here will have something to not only learn responsibility in taking care of, but we want them to be able to take pride in something.
From the start, I believe this was much needed for our community as well as our entire area. As we grow and expand, I see this as being much needed and a very successful organization for our community.
So we have many opportunities for you to get involved. We have a Come Grow With Us luncheon in the spring, and we have a fall fundraiser called Boots and Barbecue. We also have the highway cleanup that you can come and get involved in. We have the after school mentoring program that you can come in and volunteer with. We have opportunities out at the ranch that you can come and get involved in.
In the beginning, Champion Oaks Ranch, when we open the doors, will be able to accommodate 6 boys ages 8 to 11. In this house, there will also be a set of full-time house parents. In the future, we would like to be able to have at least 10 homes with boys and girls ages 8 to 16 so that we can help more than just the younger generation. In the future, we would also like to be able to have a full school here so that the kids can get caught up. We would like to have recreational facilities, ball fields, things like that that the kids can enjoy. There's land that adjoins ours that we would like to expand on in the future. And in doing that, we work with some really good people that have come on board to volunteer their time and energy in helping us develop that phase planning. And so hopefully in the next 3 to 5 years, we will be able to at least have the next 2 homes and our school on our property. We have been working with these people very diligently, and we look forward to showing you what the future holds at Champion Oaks Ranch.